You know, I am really sick of finding things that could kill people. Seriously, I actually want to do fun videos on Wednesdays every now and then. I don't want to be upset. I want to be happy, make some jokes, be funny. But no! Someone has to just come around and drive home the fact that my faith in humanity is so far misplaced that it would be better given to guinea pigs. Seriously, they're freaking adorable. Before we get into the video, I want you to do me a favor. Go get something to eat. Seriously, just go grab a bag of popcorn, get a sandwich, I don't care, just something. Because what we have to address today is quite possibly the worst diet advice in the history of anything. Because today we open the case of, no, you can't cure cancer by not eating for a month. I'm gonna have an aneurysm pretty soon, just So there's this guy here on the YouTubes. He's not all that popular. I mean, he's only got about 2 million subs, so he makes a video, titles it No Food for 28 Days. In this video, he describes how he lost 50 kilograms of weight by eating nothing and drinking only water for 28 days. Now, for those of you that are lazy and don't want to open Google, 50 kilograms roughly translates to about 110 pounds. Losing 110 pounds in a little under a month is the equivalent to losing a me in about a month and a half. I currently weigh 160 pounds, trying to drop that down to 140, restricting calorie count to about 1,600 a day, going good so far. If what this guy claims is true, then he has weight loss superpowers. Let's see what he has to say.
In this video, I genuinely do go 28 days without eating anything or drinking anything other than water. Please do not try this at home, as this genuinely can lead to death if done incorrectly. And this is what I look like now. And in total, I've actually managed to drop 52 pounds, which is equivalent to roughly 23 kilograms, I think it is.
So he is claiming to have dropped 52 pounds in a month. Doing very basic math, you find out that that is basically the equivalent of losing 2 pounds of fat a day. He would be dead. Organ failure out the ass. Now, full disclosure here. I did cut out the part of his video where he explained that he was under a diet and exercise for a few months before he started his month of fasting. But even with that information, according to him, these are the results of his month of fasting. Looks like 50 pounds of weight loss to me.
I still haven't even eaten yet. I'm on day 28 of my fast. I'm actually going to eat in like an hour. Now, I know you've probably got loads of questions like, how are you still alive? Why don't you look like a zombie? And I mean, I do look like a bit like a zombie, I'm not gonna lie. And I know that there's also gonna be so many people in the comment section being like, Jay, you're obviously bullshitting. You can't go that long without food or any calories at all other than water, which doesn't have any calories in it. But just to prove to you guys that I actually have been on a water fasting, the main thing to prove that you're actually on a water fast is your tongue goes completely white. And this is because when you're on a water fast, you detox all the shit out of your body, and a lot of that ends up on your tongue. So I'm just gonna show you my tongue.
No! That's just plaque buildup on your tongue! I have the same shit! I actually need a new tongue brush. Mine's old and worn out. And for the love of all that is logical in this world, there is no such thing as a detox. And if there was, you wouldn't achieve it by not eating. Allow me to explain something to you. There is a load of shit, actual shit, currently residing in your body. It doesn't hurt you. On top of that, currently residing in your bloodstream is formaldehyde. That's right, the main ingredient to embalming fluid. It doesn't kill you. You wanna know why? It's because our bodies have systems in place to keep that stuff in check. And those systems are called your kidneys and liver. It's why people need to go on dialysis to clean their blood when they don't have functioning kidneys. That's a detox. Starving yourself does nothing. And oh my god, brush your freaking tongue.
I'm going to explain why in a minute, but fasting can actually help prevent cancer by up to 50%. It can even cure cancer. It can get rid of things like Crohn's disease, irritable bowel syndrome, heart disease, and it can even reverse the aging process.
Holy shit! You know what? I was actually gonna go into how fasting for this long shows no benefits, but can actually lead to things like vitamin deficiencies and dehydration through loss of sodium. But screw that now! Fasting can cure cancer? Crohn's disease? Are you joking? This is a prank, right? I'm being punked? Okay, I mean this seriously. Due to the timing, it's gonna sound like I'm trying to make a joke, but I promise you I'm not. Are you mentally challenged? Because that is the only explanation I can come up with for you expecting us to believe this shit.
And I'm going to explain to you why this all happens in a second. But first, I want to tell you what it was like for my first-hand experience of fasting.
Oh no, I ain't putting up with that. You go ahead and get to the cancer cure.
Now obviously do your own research and don't rely solely on this video, because all the research I have done is, at the end of the day, only online. And while I have done absolutely loads of research into loads of studies, it's obviously best to check with a medical professionalist before trying fasting.
You know what? I actually have to give him some credit here. He said not to trust him. That's probably the best advice he's ever given anyone.
Although the problem with medical professionalists is a lot of them aren't educated in fasting.
And right out the window it goes.
Now, the reason that fasting can actually cure and prevent cancer is when you actually have a tumor growing inside of you, it relies on glucose to grow the cells.
This is true, but misleading. The amount of glucose your body needs to function far outweighs the amount that a cancer cell needs to divide. And a cancer cell is corrupt. It's gonna divide whether you want to give it energy or not. It will literally eat your body to survive. Limiting your food intake will do nothing to cancer. Now, granted, there have been studies that seem to suggest that fasting is actually somewhat beneficial to chemotherapy patients. This is due to the chemotherapy, not the cancer.
All doctors and medical people these days seem to be really against fasting, and it kind of upsets me. I found all of these health benefits. Most of the stuff you read online about how fasting, can kill you and all that, it is true, but it's only true if you have no fat on you and you have mineral deficiencies.
No, not eating for a month will kill you. Alright guys, I'm done. I'm pretty sure if I continue this, I really am gonna have an aneurysm. The reason this upsets me so much is that he's talking with authority. He's speaking in such a way that it will encourage people to try this. This could lead to some very serious problems. And I guarantee he did not go 28 days without eating. Because according to Scientific American, people in vegetative states typically only last about 3 weeks. Gandhi, during one of his hunger strikes, only lasted about 21 days. This is how he looked by the end of it. This here is not the face of a person that has gone without food for 28 days. This is the face of a person who is lying for YouTube views. You have a nice day, guys. I have work to do.